Hey everyone, back again. Welcome back to another video review. This time I'm going to be taking a look at the Transformers Prime Beast Hunters episode, Chain of Command. So the episode pretty much starts off with Predaking, who still remained frozen in the Arctic from, I believe it was from the episode Rebellion. At the end of that episode, pretty much he frees himself from the ice and pretty much takes off. On the Nemesis, Starscream pretty much questions Shockwave's decision to create a Predacon army and also stay at the Nemesis, but Shockwave corrects Starscream by saying like he was referring to the base on his laboratory on Cybertron. So their conversation's interrupted by a noise created on the upper hall, and actually it's Predaking who actually finds his way back to the Nemesis, which is Megatron points out that the Predacon has distinct, precise homing instincts essentially. So it pretty much makes Starscream take care of the Predacon, essentially. So in Scotland, where Ultra Magnus, Wheeljack, and Bulkhead land, just pretty much land on top of a cave, a bluff specifically. So Wheeljack pretty much takes off and starts climbing down the bluff, and they find a Viacon pretty much coming out of the cave. Bulkhead actually climbs down to talk to Wheeljack, but they both create noise, causing the Viacon to pretty much get their attention. Wheeljack is able to pretty much kill the Viacon, and then a bunch more Viacons pretty much come up, and they pretty much come out of the cave, and they pretty much get destroyed by Ultra Magnus, Bulkhead, and Wheeljack. So after that, Wheeljack hears a sound coming from his chest, and it turns out to be Miko for some reason, which that is explained later on in the episode. So anyways, back to the Nemesis. Starscream tries to get the Predacon to listen to him, but the Predacon's tries to get Predaking to listen to him, but he's not listening essentially. So pretty much Predaking burns off Starscream's crest on his head. That was kind of funny. Back in Scotland, Ultra Magnus wants to know why Miko was brought on the mission, and Wheeljack explains about Miko's accomplishments, what she's gone through, etc., etc. Bulkhead tries to calm down the situation, but turns out to be unsuccessful. So now, back on the Nemesis again, Starscream, now with the Apex armor on, tries to make Predaking listen, but Predaking pretty much just shakes him around like a chew toy, essentially, and pretty much starts shaking him about, if you know what I'm saying. Just pretty much shakes him all over the place. Megatron contacts Starscream, and he wants him to take the Predacon to see what why one of the excavation teams has failed to report in. So anyways, while the wreckers are pretty much exploring the cave, Bulkhead tries to cheer up everyone's spirits up. Wheeljack is pretty much he pretty much has this grudge going on with Ultra Magnus essentially, because back on Cybertron, sorry about that, guys. Back on Cybertron back in the day, Wheeljack essentially he pretty much left Magnus and decided to go with Prime. Well, Bulkhead did actually, but Wheeljack just had his own roots, essentially. So as they're as the as they're as they're finishing the conversation, Predaking shows up. The Autobots pretty much like just run away. They drive into a deeper section of the cave where Predaking can't go through. So Magnus gives Miko the task to go to for her to go to Magnus' ship to contact Optimus and the others so they can help him. So as Miko's doing that, the Autobots prepare for Predaking to break into the deeper part of the cave. Miko starts to surface, but Starscream and two of the Silver Vehicons got to the ship first. And Starscream breaks to the Vehicons about how you tame the Predacon, and one of them, it was kind of funny. One of them was asking one of them asks why Starscream's wearing the armor, and pretty much after Starscream answers that question, Starscream takes off the armor and puts it on a rock surface. So Predaking pretty much at this point breaks through, and Magnus pretty much whacks Predaking in the face and other certain parts of his body with the depleted Forge of Solus Prime. And pretty much Bulkhead is also attacking, and then Wheeljack is attempting to throw a grenade through Predaking's mouth. It does sound simple, right? But no. Somehow Predaking uses his tail or whatever to whack it away, and it rolls to a mere feet from Bulkhead and Magnus, and the whole cave pretty much explodes. So at that point, Starscream and the Vehicons are pretty much startled by the explosion, which rips a hole in the ground in front of them. As Miko's trying to get to the ship, Starscream pretty much gets there first. So in the cave, Predaking just frees himself, and he notices a Predacon fossil in front of him, which does trigger a memory from another time and place some time ago. Well, not that some time ago, but you know, like back millions of years ago. So Starscream pretty much tries to attack Miko. Miko lands on the Apex armor, and pretty much a smaller version of the armor appears with Miko inside. Predaking appears at that point, dropping the fossil in front of Starscream, and then Miko tries to flee herself. Well, free herself, but Predaking pretty much pounces on her essentially. And then at that time, the Autobots pretty much escape from the rubble. Magnus questions Bulkhead as to why he activated the explosion in a confined space, and Wheeljack was saying, "I was trying to go for the stomach," which makes Magnus even more pissed off. So pretty much the last couple episodes, we've seen Ultra Magnus pretty much being pissed off at the decisions that Wheeljack and some of the other Autobots have made. I understand, Magnus is a strict guy, I don't mind that. It's Magnus. We have to respect that. Anyways. So Starscream watches Predaking pretty much beat up Miko, and pretty much burns flames at him. Or at her, I mean. Megatron contacts Starscream at this point, who Starscream reports to Megatron about the situation. Megatron tells Predaking to retreat with the fossil, which he does, while Starscream pretty much and the Vehicons pretty much finish off the remaining Autobots. Predaking grabs the fossil, has it in his teeth, and flies away. So at that point, Starscream walks over, tries to get the Apex armor from Miko, but Miko gets up, beats the crap out of Starscream, beats the crap out of the two Silver Vehicons, And at that point, Wheeljack, Bulkhead, and Ultra Magnus arrive on the scene. And at that point, Starscream and those Vehicons retreat. And yeah, that fighting scene was pretty cool, I had to admit. It was pretty cool. So, at the end of the episode, Wheeljack commends Miko. And says that he wants to remember the records just as they are right now. Essentially, pretty much remember this moment. And pretty much Wheeljack leaves, essentially, and Bulkhead adds that Wheeljack just broke at the band. So pretty much Wheeljack left the guys for like the third or fourth time in the show. So yeah, that's the end of the episode. Overall, that was an interesting episode. I thought it was pretty cool. Wasn't too bad, I thought. I mean, it could have been better in some places, but I thought it was pretty entertaining. Starscream again, the whole... He's gone from serious to comedic so far in this show. And the comedic side of it pretty much showed with him trying to, like, pretty much get the Predacate to listen to him. But of course, yeah, no one will listen to Starscream. And Starscream actually says that, like, in the episode at some point. But it was pretty cool. So yeah, overall, I would recommend watching this episode. It's not too bad. It could have been better, but other than that, I was okay with it. So, anyways, that is my video review of the Transformers Prime Beast Hunters episode, Chain of Command. I will see you all very soon. I will be back as soon as possible for the next video. And yeah, so take care, see you soon. Have a great day, and I'll catch you all later. Bye-bye.